and someone feels uncomfortable, we can't go to that home. If you have loose dogs and someone on the team is comfortable with dogs and another person is not, we can't go to that home because of safety precautions.
So you feared the Trump houses. The people on FEMA were fearing the Trump houses like they were fearing people with vicious dogs in their backyard.
Exactly. And that's based on the trends. You can ask FEMA.
There are millions of women who have served in the U.S. military, as you know, as someone who has not only served, but you're also someone whose helicopter was hit by an RPG. You lost your legs and partial use of your right arm because of it. What did go through your mind as a woman who has served when you heard him saying that women should not be in combat roles?
Well, he's shown that his absolute lack of experience and his lack of suitability for the job, because anybody that truly knows the military knows that we cannot go to war without over 225,000 women who are serving on active duty right now. Our military cannot go to war without our female service members. This is not the Revolutionary War where there's some sort of a line in the sand and, combat is on one side and the rest of us can stay behind this line, and that's not combat. I would ask him, where do you think I lost my legs? In a bar fight? I'm pretty sure I was in combat when that happened. It just shows how out of touch he is with the nature of modern warfare. If he thinks that we can keep women behind some sort of imaginary line, which is not the way warfare is today.
And you mentioned what he said about the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, that's General C.Q. Brown. At points, he has implied that he was only hired to that role because he was only given and nominated to that position because he is black. I should note that General Brown is an Air Force fighter pilot who has 130 combat flying hours, 40 years of service. Do you think he'd actually be able to get him fired? I mean, what would it look like at the Pentagon, do you think, if Pete Hegseth is confirmed as the secretary?
Oh, I think that the morale would plummet. I think you would see a mass exodus of professional military officers. And I think that we would face a hollowing out of our military. It is absolutely alarming what would happen if you have somebody like that appointed as Secretary of Defense. And again, General Brown is more than well qualified to serve. And frankly, it is astonishing that, you've got Donald Trump, a guy who is a 5-time draft dodger. I call him Cadet Bone Spurs, would nominate someone so wholly unqualified for the job.